Hello and welcome to the channel High Class Cthulhu. They know you needed help, so they sent me, and I am enjoying a lovely coffee this evening, and I hope you join me for one. We're in Stonefang playing Demon Souls, episode 3. We're killing a crystal lizard. They're a magical little crafting item fountain. They appear in every Souls game from now on, pretty much. They kind of massively hang out in Stonefang. There is a little nest hidden of them here, but they do pop up here and there. Once you kill them, they don't respawn for a while. I think killing a boss gets them to respawn. Not entirely sure on that, but we have a filthy man to speak to.
Hello there. Souls. I trade fine goods for souls. Our little town. It's a nice wee place. All those lizard-eyed townsfolk are busy tinkering with stone and don't bother with old folk like me. Makes life rather easy for me. I can get away with anything. I always knew there was a god. Thanks for looking out for me. Oh, have you heard about sparkling lizards? Not easy to catch, but they've got some fine stones. And I know where one of their nests is. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't give it away. I always knew there was a god. Thanks for looking out for me.
He's essentially Stonefang's Dregling merchant, but he sells more, crafting items.
You want to play, you've got to pay. Don't you agree?
He, like the Dregling merchant, will progress with you through Stonefang. You have to find him in a different location later on, and he sells more crafting items as you go on. He's pretty great. Very useful. He's also positioned right there, very close to the second hidden blacksmith, Ed, which we'll see later on. Probably also a Berserk reference. We have a little secret, so we can get up to those guys throwing boulders at us, as well as a new kind of important enemy, I guess. I do really love the aesthetic of at least this part of Stonefang. It's less interesting as it goes on, but out here is pretty cool. We got the Fat Official. He's a guy sent by King Allants to maintain order, I guess, around the lands. There's some very important ones as you go through the game. They will drop parts of their clothing when you kill them. And getting all the pieces will allow you to open a secret entrance somewhere later on in the game. He's not weak. Oh god, his fireballs do a bunch of damage. He doesn't take too much damage from your attacks. I ducked that. Nice. I mean, Dengao ducked that. We're separate entities. You pretty much just want to get him when he's doing his he's like Shao Kahn in Mortal Kombat 9. You want to attack him when he's like taunting you. That's the best correlation I can find. You can also get these two guys throwing balls, which makes it easier to get one of the items down at the bottom. They're like lizard miners. I don't know. They look a lot different than they did in OG Demon Souls. I guess they don't, but they do. They're visually different. Pretty much they were miners who were mining minerals for Boletaria's army. They're now like soulless and they continue to mine and turn slightly lizardy for some reason. And that lizard stuff has kind of affected the blacksmiths. Down at the bottom here is a world tendency thing later on, but we just come down here for the stone of ephemeral eyes. We're going to want a lot of them, so just don't waste them. Yeah, the two blacksmiths, they're lizarding up, so I don't know if it's like a weird curse from mining too much. I don't know. Out here we have, it used to be called sticky white stuff. It's now sticky white slime. There was many a joke of what it could have been referring to. Let's have a look. Does it say anything weird? I've forgotten how to. There we go. It's a wax-like substance. You put it on your weapon and it makes it magical. It used to be a seaman joke. So these guys don't take much damage from like slashing attacks. They do take a lot of damage from magic. Can't stand that at all. But they don't take much from slashing attacks. I'm pretty sure blunt they do take some damage from, but they're mostly really weak to piercing. So with this sword, if I haven't learnt it at this point with Casimir and Dengao, but if you do the R2 button and do a jab, you do way more damage, or obviously backstabs. I think they're quite weak to. Are they weak to fire? I think we try that out with Amelia later on, because all these guys kind of bunch up. Quite a few of them you can just run past. Oh no, I'm trying it with Casimir right now. Also, I have a fire spell, so I guess I'm just using up some bombs. They all kind of will leave you alone, some of them, if you don't attack them. The ones with the bags usually don't respawn because they will drop crafting materials in the little bag. There's 3 variants of them. There's like straight up normal guys. They'll swing and do a bunch of damage. There's the ones with the bags that won't respawn, and then there's some with pickaxes that do a ton of damage. This little area is a little interconnected. What are we doing here? Oh, I was pine resing it up. Nice, smart, letting them come in. Okay, I did quite a bit. It's not bad. We still haven't got like a great weapon for Amelia. We'll get some nice dex weapons as we go, but fire does like a nice little bit of stun. Pretty much the whole reason to come here next is you want to start upgrading some weapons, and you're going to get most of the base upgrading materials from in here. And we've also got another new enemy coming up, which is it? Yes, it is. We haven't seen them before. They're my least liked enemy type in any Souls game. Can't wait to see them. They're dogs. They die pretty easy, but they're just so nimble and can jump around you and have like the highest poise in the world. I just don't enjoy them. The amount of times I've died in a Souls game from just being like rushed down by some dogs. They're not as bad here. Bloodborne, there's some terrible dogs. Dark Souls, there's some terrible dogs. Sekiro, the dogs are quite good. I'll give them that. There's another fat official up top throwing fire bombs. Shooting fire at us. Also another one in that doorway. I guess King Allants really wanted to make sure his like mining operations were still going strong. It does look quite cool. Okay, I do like the aesthetic of even inside. It's nice. I wish it was a bit more, I want to say lived in. Like it all seems very work driven, but this was a place where these people lived, and like you could see off in the distance, I guess, like a town where these people could have originally lived. But you'd feel there'd be some bunks or something in the mine, or some like little town like carved into the side or something. But there's not, and that's kind of sad. Would be nice. Fat officials, they're magical. They don't really take any magic damage. So fire all the way. Again, treat him like Shao Kahn. Just wait for him to taunt. Not all of them. I think the first one dropped the hat, I'm pretty sure. And all the rest of the guys kind of drop. Some drop lucky coins that increases your drop chance. Some moongrass, you know. It's a mix of stuff. We also got some hardstone in a minute. A minute to go. We did get some crafting materials, so I will do some upgrading, and we will go through. Hey, I see you, Pegan. He's got a pickaxe. We will go through the weapon scaling stuff. I'll give you some information. I kind of did last episode, but we'll go a little bit deeper. Backstabs. This is where I started to realise. Oh, piercing does a lot. Some weapons can do multiple types, like, you know, swords do slashing and piercing. Pretty sure pickaxes are all piercing. Jesus. Problem for Dengao here is we're also like, we're both pretty slow, me and the miners. So I can't get really away from their hits. and my shield doesn't really do much. We won't stay as super heavy rolling Dangal the whole game. We will get different armours that will allow me to... Some armours and some rings that will allow me to mix up the playstyle. I do really like this knight set, the little scarf that hangs off of him. It's very appealing. I'm going to have some coffee. You do it too. Come on. We can all do it together. Just know you're connected by a community of people watching me fumble my way through Demon Souls while trying to be informative and taking a delicious sip of coffee. And then I'll sound all moistury for a while. So up here we have a little bridge we can run across. Running through the middle of it will drop you, but if you just stick to the left, you'll run across like a board. You've mostly just got to be, you know, dodging him. Again, Dangal not great for this whole scenario. I do love the Fat Officials run. It's kind of good. Also, apparently his little... What would we call it? A crop? A little crop can hit backwards. This is probably one of the harder fights in this area, just because the arena's so small. And he can pack a punch. And if he gets knocked off, even harder because there's a lot of miners down below him, and you don't want that. Also leaves you very little time to heal in between his things, so just wait for the taunts. There we go. We have to kind of come across here. I guess we don't. We could have run the back way, but the gate is locked. I didn't show that. You didn't need to see it. You have to unlock the gate. We've got some more guys. They have a higher chance of dropping some crafting materials, as many as we can get. Luck is a stat in this game. You can just level up, and I would recommend just leveling up a little bit, no matter what, just to increase that drop chance of some items, because some items are rare as hell. But again, you can get lucky coins. There is also a way to break the game a little bit. There is a sword that scales with your luck, and you can essentially glitch your luck to be ridiculously high using lucky coins along with that sword, and you'll just fly through the game with no issue. Not going to do it, not going to show it. If you want to do that, there's enough videos that will show you. I don't need to, I don't find it fun. I don't find it fun. I like to slowly hit these guys with a scimitar that's not effective. I guess, yeah, it is slightly effective in the fact that it causes bleed with enough hits. We haven't really seen that effect, because bleed you have to build up after a certain amount of hits, and there's not really a bar that shows you it creasing. Is there in later games? I think later games show you as like poison and stuff builds. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe I've imagined that. I'm not sure. But the scimitar will cause bleeding, which will do a nice little bit of damage to these guys as it builds. Getting all this large hardstone. Hardstone is used to just level up. Is hardstone strength weapons? I should have got a chart up. I should have got a chart of what each does, because there is a lot. This is... Is it good? Is it bad? Not sure. They streamline it as the games go on. In this and Dark Souls, the amount of different materials there are to upgrade weapons into different trees is a little ridiculous. And some of the drop chances of some of them items is also very ridiculous. It's not until you say you get to like Bloodborne, where you just have a bloodstone that slightly like goes up in usefulness. In here you have hardstone, bladestone, sharpstone. I may have made that up. There's so many stones. I'm pretty sure hardstone is to level up strength weapons. Do you know what I'm going to do while we're here? Ignore any clicking from keyboards. I'm going to get the chart up. Should have done this before, but I didn't, and you can't tell me what to do. Let's Google. Crafting charts. Let's have a look. Upgrade charts. So many. Let's have a look. So there are regular upgrades that use hard stones and sharp stones. This is confusing me already. Quality upgrades are... Should we just do scaling now? We're just killing these little fire lizards. So, shall we just get into it as we're here? Why not? Let's just do it. So, weapon scaling. They have a thing from A to E. Oh my god, I really didn't prepare enough for any of this. A weapon has scaling from A to E in one of your different stats, whether it's strength, dex, intelligence, faith, luck. Have I missed one? No, they're the ones. And on your weapon you'll be able to see, we'll show you properly later, but I'm just going to talk about it. You'll see they'll have a scale from A to E. If it's A, it's better. It does more damage the higher your stat is in that. Pretty much. Simple. If it's an E, it's worse. If it has no scaling, it isn't affected by it. I also do like this little pit, the idea that they're using the lizards to keep everything heated up. That's fun. I like that detail. So yeah, depending on scaling. Also some weapons scale with your character tendency. It's rare, but some do, and again some do with luck. Quite rare as well. And some, if on your first playthrough you can just level up your weapon 1 to 15, I'm pretty sure. Oh my god. 1 to... is it 15? This is the worst. This is the worst. No, normal goes to 10. Really? I thought it went higher than that. Okay. It goes to 10. Is it Deep Dark Souls that go to 15? I'm not entirely sure. Oh crap, there's a fourth variant of the miner. I was wrong. They have a hot stick. And there's one with a hammer. God, I'm so bad at this. So yeah, you can just upgrade normal weapons to 10 and they'll do a bunch of damage. Pretty good. But you can turn them into specific weapons for the way you've leveled. You can also turn weapons that may not really be for you. Their base scaling may be an A in strength, but you can change that by depending how you upgrade it. And here are the different types. Also, there's a shortcut. We're going back to the beginning. I just love it. It's such a great little... We're back out. We can see the world. So you have regular. That's just regular. It's fine. Most things level up that way. You have quality. That equals your strength and your dex to make, you know... Casimir, if he wasn't magic, would probably make things quality because he's kind of doing a little bit of everything. He's not dedicating to one thing. Crushing is strength, but it will completely remove the dex bonus. Uses greystone, apparently. This is a shortcut to take you back to the beginning, but also to Ed. And also this. I'm going to keep talking about this while we talk to Ed because you'll be able to actually see weapon scalings, which is nice. You've got Sharp, which Amelia will be using, uses Bladestone, high dex, gets rid of strength. We're going to talk to Ed. I'll be back.
I haven't seen you around these parts. What does it matter? You need a blacksmith? Show me your steel. If not, head straight for the door. I'm busy. I'm not here to chit-chat. Forging a weapon strengthens it and alters its character. Ores are transmogrified spirits. Their presence blesses the weapon.
I think that's everything. I think. He also doesn't like people very much, but am I going to actually show you scaling? I don't think I am. Oh god, I am terrible at this whole thing. Well, you can see you can level up weapons and different things. That's nice. There we go, there's scaling. Depending on the attribute bonus. Pretty much it. It's great, it's right there. That's all you need to know. The game doesn't explain it to you. So, have fun working it out the first time you play this game. We'll just upgrade some weapons. We're getting some damage. Buy Ed. There's also an item out here. We can also take an item called the Hard Demon Soul from a later boss, and it will let us make boss weapons. You have to come to Ed to do that. So we'll be back many times, Ed. This episode is sponsored by THEM. Help me. In association with the Stonefang Tourism Board. Come see our stoic smiths, our soulless miners, and our sexy spiders. Every guest gets a complimentary pickaxe and a brand new job. We're going to continue talking about all the different types of upgrades. From other than like the first 4, the others are very situational and some enemies won't be weak to them, so like making your main weapon one of the next one, kind of not the best thing. You should probably have one like a quality crushing or sharp and then have another little one hanging out. So next is Dragon. Dragon uses Dragonstone, simplest one. All of these also, other than normal, go 1 to 5. You have to, I think, oh god, I really should have planned. Most of them, you need to get the base weapon to, I think it's 5. Is it 5? They're all different. I hate this. It's the worst. I'm just, okay. They're all different. Usually boss weapons, you have to get them up to, I think, about 8. I think 8. Oh my god. 8, but they're all different. You have to upgrade them a certain amount before you can transition them into one of the many other types. So yeah, Dragon. Dragonstone gets you fire. Not every enemy's weak to fire. Not the best idea sometimes. Tearing upgrades. Sucker Stone is used and it causes bleeding, higher bleeding, and gives you some dex and lowers strength. Nice. Mercury gives you middling dex but adds poison and uses Mercury Stone. Fatal upgrade. It gives you higher dex but also more damage for criticals like backstabs and riposts. Moon upgrades uses Moonstone. Lowers strength and dex but adds magic. Kind of what we can do for Casimir's, some of his, but not all of them because not every enemy's weak to magic. Would be stupid to do that. Also this, just run straight away and you can make it across. Not that we really want it. Well, Casimir, Dengal may want the Great Club, but that's fine. We then have Crescent upgrades. Removes the strength and dex, adds magic damage. It's like, and adds magic regen to your character. Casimir probably also will go this. Blessing, it's faith, uses the faith stone. Lower strength and dex, but also gives faith and some health regen. No character we have will have this. And then Sticky upgrade. What the hell is Sticky upgrade? It uses Spider Stone, gives high dex but lower strength, and increases bow range by 5%. By 5, not a percent, just 5. That seems, could be good for some of Amelia's weapons. Probably not going to use it though. And then Dark upgrade, requires Cloudstone, increases magic, damage reduction, but lowers guard break reduction. Weird, not going to use that, really situational. And that's the thing, most of these upgrades, the amount of time you'll have to spend to upgrade these and get some of like the higher tier stones is so much, it's just not worth it. They go from shards, chunks, and then usually like a pure stone. Getting the pure blade stone, which we will do for Amelia, takes so long. It's just pick one and kind of stick with it. Don't be switching around. You can if you've got all the free time in the world, but it's not great. Dark Souls and Demon Souls, I'm just not a massive fan of the upgrade. It's kind of cool that you can turn a base strength weapon, and as long as you've got the high enough strength to hold it, say a weapon is 20 strength but you're a dex character and you've got your dex to say 40, it might be a strength weapon, but as long as you've got that 20 you can turn it into a dex weapon still. So you can kind of use any weapon no matter what you are, as long as you've got the base requirement, which is nice, but the game again doesn't explain any of this. And it's not great. Oh, there's also the boss weapons that require a completely different currency. It is mixed demon souls, which there's a few of them dotted around, but the rest you have to get from, is it the colorless? Is it the colourless demons? Is that what they're called? Oh my god, I am sorry if you've come to this for a guide, because I'm now going to look up. I didn't write anything for this. Okay, I just grabbed a coffee and was like, okay, let's just record episode 3. I hope you're enjoying this mess. I'm not using the Fextra Life wiki that you could be using, and I'm just scrolling. Keep watching the video, there's dogs everywhere. They're the worst. Oh my god. Primeval demon. Okay. They're big, weird tick-looking things that show up when you get your world tendency to pure black. Killing one massively increases... I think it's like... Is it 70%? It's like a lot. It will bump you all the way back up into like neutral world tendency. But they also drop mixed demon souls that are used to upgrade boss weapons. So if you want to upgrade all your boss weapons, you're going to need to mess with the world tendency system. Again, this is not something they tell you about, and the primeval demons are hidden around the map. So unless you're using a guide, I recommend the one on the channel, High Class Cthulhu. Unless you're using a guide, you're going to struggle to upgrade weapons. And again, this is slightly easier than some Souls games, because it will tell you, if you click on Ed and you put a weapon, you have a weapon, it'll pretty much tell you what you can upgrade it into. It will also tell you what you can transition that weapon into boss souls wise. So, you know, as long as you have the hard demon soul, you get it from a boss called Flame Lurker. It's the worst. So yeah, that's my long, rambling, really unprepared explanation on scaling. It's kind of important, and it's dumb how little they tell you. Like, if you upgrade a weapon, anyone who does like a soul level 1 run of any of the Souls games, I've tried it here and there, you will pretty much make sure you get your weapons upgraded really quick, because you get way more out of an upgraded weapon. There's different... What's the one in Dark Souls? Is it grey? Is it a grey stone? I don't remember, but there's one that pretty much removes all scaling. It's kind of like the quality one, pretty much, and it just allows you to run pretty good weapons without having to level up. Just make sure you upgrade your weapons. It's also one of them things you have to kind of pick early on, right? I'm going to be a Dex character, and I'm going to try and grind up blade stones, and, you know, you just gotta know what you're doing, which, if this is your first time playing, you won't know, and it'll be a mess. And even then, later on, the best laid plans of me don't matter how much I prepared, because I didn't prepare for this, and it's been a shambles. We've turned off the water, that's what we were running around for. I've not talked through any of this, so I hope the footage has been really useful for you. We get the poison resistance ring. Not really useful for anything here. There's no poison enemies. You know, we're nearly at the end of Stonefang. Pretty much, other than the gates of Boleraria, every world or section of world is quite short. Which is good for you, because it's less of me. But none of them take too long to run through once you know what you're doing. There's the last fat official of this area. All these are fire barrels. He shoots fire. Don't just run in, pretty much. Just let him blow up some stuff, and use the wooden pillars as cover. Just let him get rid of all the explosive barrels. And then we'll hide, because he doesn't move. Some of the other fat officials you can get to wander out. He knows what he's doing. How did I dodge that? He has an extra fire attack. He obviously has the fireball, but he has like a fire blast just in front of him if you stick too close. There he is. Does this guy drop anything? The official leggings. So I think we've got the hat and the leggings. We're not going to read the description though, because oh, this is a shambles. Still got coffee though. I do enjoy like the vision of future heat below, and also the foretelling of the coming up boss with all the big metallic spider webs. Reminds me of the big, where you get the bass strings from in Brutal Legend, the big metal spider. He was the final task, the final challenge. But yeah, we've got, I don't know how any of these webs got here, because there's only one spider and it's very big. So there's not even like little spiders that will put them. So one big ass spider got out of its hole. Is this the... I want to say it's the Chris blade, but I may have made this up. It is the Chris blade. I'm just actually really good at this. It's a magic weapon. It does magic damage. Not tons of magic attack. See, look, it scales in magic. Keep looking out for it, guys. We're not gonna use it for now. It doesn't do as much damage as you would like for a boss fight, so get one more spider stone. Again, that was for the thing that makes bows shoot 5 points more. Not massively useful. We're at the boss already. Hasn't time just flown? I hope you still have some coffee. I hope you didn't drink it all early on. You gotta pace yourself. Who doesn't like a cold coffee? I enjoy it a lot. And we have the armor spider. Armor spider. I remember the first time I played Demon Souls, this boss like stuck me. No, that's a bad term, because it actually can stick you. I mean, I got stuck on this boss for a while. Best thing to do, you just dodge its fireballs, getting close. All these attacks, like really easy to dodge. Like you just won't take damage on them. And just hit a little ding-a-ling, and he does that attack that is worthless, and you just lay waste to him. His real issue is I'm going to say she. I'm going to say she. She looks feminine. I don't know. I keep saying he. I just feel wrong. It feels feminine to me. Its real issue is A, if you're too close for too long, it will shoot out oil that it will set a light to, forcing you to run back and then run forward again. Because as you're running forward, it will shoot fireballs, but it will also shoot little webs at you that will slow you down, and then it will definitely hit you with the fire. So just make sure you're rolling out the way of the webs and the balls of fire, and you can do this, and you can even block it. Look at that. It's not even an issue. This might be when I want a dark upgrade for my block resistance, wherever the stat is. There's also a little pole to the left where you can stand behind and none of its fire will hit you, and you can just like shoot at it with fire or arrows. Again, that attack is worthless. But it's a really easy fight. It was really intimidating when I first played this. I felt like I should stay at the back and like shoot arrows at it, but it's really, you don't need to. I want to show it like shooting the web. Can we do that? It shoots it out in like 3. There we go. There it was. And if you get stuck by that, it slows you down. I think if you hit either of the sides of the arena, you also get slowed down by web, and that's when you'll get like pelted. I got attacked by that attack that I've mugged off. It will pelt you with fireballs, and you'll just die. But just get good at rolling. Which, you just need a sprint, because Dengao, if he got slowed anymore, he would be done for. But really easy to dodge. Not a difficult fight at all. Really cool design. But I still don't understand how the webs got up top, because it's a very big spider. I don't see it making its way up there. It's got no babies. There's nothing. This is the only spider. There's no others further on in. I don't know. Very cool design though. Very much like her. Yeah, it's really. And these little clippy dangly thing below. Almost done. Not a big issue. How do I really need to stop mugging off that attack. But there it is. It's dead. And we could move further into the mine, but we're not gonna. Hey look, it's full human form Amelia. We're still in coffee form. And we will maintain coffee form the whole game. And I hope you do too. Got a few little hidden final dingle dangles. And then we'll go back and get to some talking. There's not many people to talk to. People don't usually add that much different. So we'll see. I think we can talk to Crestfallen and some magic peeps. We didn't really meet any NPCs that can add stuff, and obviously we'll level up as usual.
Well, you found yourself a demon soul, did you? I'm impressed. Yes, indeed I am. Stay the path, and you will soon be a monster yourself. Can't you see? You've fallen for their trap.
The government wants you to gather souls. It's all a ploy, man.
I can forge weapons for you for a fair price.
Kind of wish you would say, hey, you met Ed, my brother. As always, before we level up with the maiden, I'm going to make sure I have everything leveled up. Some like base upgrades this merchant can do for you, but you should pretty much always go to Ed.
Hello again. I'm keeping a close watch.
Hey Stockpile, you're my friend. We'll drop off everything major. Unlike later Souls games, the boss souls don't really give you any information of them. They have like a nice little image. They kind of look cool, but they don't give you any information about the world or the boss, which I wish it did. A couple of them do. I think like right at the end, but like the crescent. That wasn't the crescent moon one. Whatever it was, the spider one. It just looks a bit like a spider. And also, again, there is an item burden on you, so just drop off everything you don't need. Like, oh, we're going to look at the officials' information. Oh my god, this has appeared just before the demons ran rampant in Boleraria and integrated themselves with King Allants, oppressed the masses with a sly grin. They're everywhere. They're being all sly. Again, everything's quiet thing. I didn't start reading it. It's too late. I've moved on. We're looking at item descriptions. Hell yeah. Jury is the dude who makes most of the rings that give you like a defense against like poison or fire. Seemed like a cool guy. Providential ring is one of the starting items we picked for every character just because having the item discovery is pretty useful. I don't think there's anything else that's massive, just... No. Say Armoured Spider gives you really no information. Let's go see the maiden and pop some things. Pop some souls. Make sure we've got enough. I do enjoy she like sits around. Sometimes she sits there and like kicks her feet. She's cool. I really like the maiden. What the Crestfallen said about us turning into a monster, pretty true. It feels like a demon is just someone who has a lot of souls, and what a demon can be is really like it could be anything. You meet just like people later on who are considered demons, and I think that's just because they've got a lot of souls. So yeah, anyone could be a demon. The maiden was a demon. The monumentals pretty much were once demons. Everyone's a demon. We'll level up a little more. The way I deal with souls is I just hold them mostly and then just pop them when you need a couple more for a level up. We're just sticking with upgrading our decks for now, getting some weapon damage. Nice. Who's next? Probably Casimir. Maybe Casimir? Rover? I don't know. Casimir, he's slightly different. He's going to need to level up. See if there's any spells he can buy. Also, as always, we're going to do what we need to remember to do, which is to jump to soul form. That's a nice way of putting it, right? Jump to soul form. Nice. Anything else we can get that... And you don't have to buy everything from this guy now. There is another NPC later on who you can buy all these same spells from.
Be careful how you use it. Normally, it would.
Go away. Rude. Casimir's next. I don't even remember how we level him up. Not even a clue. What was I saying? I was saying something. And I've completely forgotten. Yeah, Casimir will probably be lower level than most others because he spends some stuff on spells.
Thou seekest the power of the soul, no?
Yeah, I do.
Then touch the demon inside me.
Nice. So is the demon just the soul itself, or is it the physical being? Who knows? But we essentially we can kind of become a demon.
Soul of the lost.
Or we can become such a great happy person. Vitality. Nice choice. I never really used to upgrade Vitality in any Souls game, and then when I died a lot after playing Souls games for years, I was like, I should probably at least get it to like 20. 20 seems reasonable. That's a nice amount of health that you can take a few hits. Endurance. I've never actually talked about what the stats do, have I? Well, we will now. Vitality is health.
Thou seekest
They've gone off screen, so I've forgotten what they all are. Well, look now, because Casimir, no, Dengao, I am doing bad today. I am sorry. So intelligence gives you more slots for spells and increases some mana, I'm pretty sure. Endurance, how much you can roll and how much stamina you got. Strength weapons, dex weapons, magic, faith, luck, item drops. Yeah. So you don't actually have to upgrade most of these. I get luck to maybe 20 for everyone, maybe 15, just when I'm grinding out. Vitality usually about 20, endurance usually about 20 as well, intelligence only on magic users, and then all the rest in either strength, dex, magic, whatever it is. Some strength weapons require faith and things, so I might level up some faith. With Dengao, I've said this before, he will use some faith stuff. There's a pretty nice FromSoft staple weapon that requires faith, so we will upgrade that with Dengao because I want to use it. It's a cool weapon. I'll try and get it in every one of these Souls games we play. I won't spoil it though. It's cool. Well, I'm not going to like every Souls. I'm not going to play like all the FromSoft games. I'm not playing Armored Core. Well, I'll eventually have to play Armored Core when Armored Core comes out, but I'm not doing that now.
art thou finished?
I am. So, back in Stonefang, Amelia is looking if there's any goods, you know. She rummaged through, just seeing if there's anything nice she can pilfer. Casimir, really interested in these webs. They're cool. They look cool. There might be something useful, and that's how he can learn. He's having a fiddle. And Dengao is just not doing... He's not doing great anymore. He's really enjoying the wholesale slaughter of these miners. And now we're at the Archstone Philatria. Let's see if I can read this. A vengeful old man claimed the Queen's life and imprisoned any remaining royalty. The prison echoes resentful cries of the inmates tormented by the inhuman guards. I got it. I had to guess the last. I think that was correct. So we're at Latria, the Prison of Hope, and the next episode's going to be the first one with anything Cthulhu related. The first time tentacles will be appearing, which is nice. And it's Casimir's place he's been trying to get to this whole time. It's where they teach the soul arts. He's very excited, and so am I, because I like Latria a lot. It's aesthetic, everything about it, the enemies. It's just a cool place, and look at that cool ass moon. So yeah, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching High Class Cthulhu and its high class content. That feels bad to say. come back next time, or just come back throughout the week. We'll have other stuff going on here and on other places. Look out for me. I could be on Twitch. I could be anywhere. So yeah, thanks for watching. Umbasa.